All right, let me give you the satisfying tear. I swear if it's not in focus. Oh, that was satisfying, even from afar. Let's open it up. That's weird. Why was this covering the zipper? Is that a thing? Like, should I keep that on? Oh, or is it like to help it not imprint, maybe? Is this usable? Okay, so it is usable a little bit up top. I feel like I really should have researched, like, what does a real Chanel bag look like? So you have the flap. So it does have the little space or pocket in the back, and then you have the double flap that Chanel is known for. This was something I had looked up. I do know it is supposed to be burgundy on the inside. Again, correct me if I'm wrong on anything. Oh, they mentioned they were sending a gift. What is this? That's adorable. It's a necklace. Full, or what's the brand? Obviously it's not the actual brand, but I can never say it. Bulgari? Not sure. How cute. Well, that was nice of them. They must have jewelry too. So in the bag, that doesn't come with it, but you have the little Chanel, oh my gosh, the authenticity card. Wow, how is that legit? Like, it literally has the serial number up here and everything. So then you have the flap on the inside in here, and then also in here. If this is anything, oh, there's a little serial number inside too. Oh, it smells so good. Do you know that smell of fresh leather? It smells good. Anyways, so you have the little Chanel emblem here. Again, I don't know what Chanel really looks like, but from what I'm seeing, this looks really good. The quality of this looks so nice. Like, obviously it's real leather, so it's not like they're faking the leather. The only thing that is a dupe is obviously the Chanel emblems everywhere and the Chanel name on things. Otherwise, it's just a bag that is constructed the same way, but it still is a leather bag. The quality of this is so nice. Like, I won't lie, I was definitely hesitant to purchase this. It is a pretty penny. You know, it's over $300. However, you are still getting quality leather and you're getting the craftsmanship. So that's what you're paying for $300, is the quality of this. And so far, just looking at this, it seems like really nice quality. Like, I don't see any stitching out of place. Like, they definitely made it so that it's worth your $300. I have a question for real Chanel owners. How in the fuck are you okay with this? Like, it's leather, so every single purse will do that, but it's like shoes, and how they say don't crease the shoe. This is gonna crease every time you open this. Like, oh my god, I think I'd go crazy if I spent over $5 grand and it does that. I would lose my shit. I'm gonna bring my husband over here. My husband is really good at spotting good leather. I don't know why. Wait a minute, did I find an imperfection? No. It's the damn zipper tricking me. I love this. Now, I'm gonna show it on my body in case you are like me and plus size and are curious what it looks on a plus size body. However, this is the end of the day. I had just got home from work and I had to get in my pajamas. So do not make fun of me. So obviously you can wear it like this. As a plus size person, I wouldn't. This drives me insane. But you can do it this way. So this is probably how I will carry it, because this is not going to fit crossbody. Like, chain looks pretty nice. I know that is a telltale sign of if it is a fake. So again, I don't know enough about Chanel to tell you that, but let me just show you a close-up for anyone who is very well versed in fakes, and you tell me how well that chain, because I know something about like how they lay or something like that, and how it's like intertwined is like a difference. Again, I've looked up like how do you tell a dupe before in the past, and I think that was one of the reasons. But overall, I'm really shocked how nice this quality is. Like, this leather and the craftsman work on this, like, I'm not kidding. I don't see an imperfection anywhere. Also, we've got the stamping up here. I just want to show you guys all the Chanel parts So that if you are an authenticator out there, or if you just know or have a real one, you can kind of base that off of this to see how legit it is. So it does have also, you know, I forgot to show you these, like all the details on the buttons and stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna get my husband because I want his opinion. Can I get your opinion?
I suppose.
Will you be on camera or no?
Sure.
I mean, you do look like a burly man, but...
I know, sorry, this is really bad.
I want your opinion, because you're really good with leather. What are your thoughts?
Well, normally, when you get...
This is caviar leather, supposedly.
new leather, like new things, it's always hard.
Yeah, that's stiff.
So...
You should have seen me trying to open it.
From feeling it and smelling it, that's absolutely real leather.
Well, I know it's... Well, I guess I don't know, but it's said to be real leather. Look how tight this part
That's
is.
100% real leather.
Yeah, I know. It smells like it. I told you, he's very anal, which is why I wanted him to do it. What is it?
Just look at it.
Yeah, that gives away the fake.
Yeah.
He's talking about the zipper, which again, if you have a real Chanel, let me know what that zipper is like. Is it the leather or is it like an actual, huh?
You showing that part?
No, I mean kind of.
Well, I'm just talking how like they cut it at an angle.
Oh, you're
You know
right.
what I mean?
Here, you can see that it's kind of cut at an angle, the strip. I didn't even notice that.
If that were a real Chanel, they wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I've seen then.
But other than that, like, that's pretty real looking.
But
it's pretty thick material. It says Christian Dior right on the front as promised, and the stitching seems to be okay. Let's see here. Yeah, the stitching on the side there seems to be okay, but not the best. So what really gave it away for me is that the embellishments are not actually like pressed in or embossed. They're kind of just like painted across. And so the inside, it says made in Italy in this shiny gold color, and the text is not even capitalized. Do you guys see that? So it's not even capitalized. Another big sign. And then the one that really gave it away for me was this. It says Paris right here, but if you guys look closely, let me see if I can get this for you. The Paris is connected. Every single letter is connected to each other, between like the R and the I to the S and the P to the A, all of it. And even the bigger letters as well. So that is a surefine thing that says this bag is fake. It is made from probably a crappy Chinese factory somewhere, and they're trying to sell these knockoffs. Aside from that, like the metal does feel a little cheap. Like it feels like kind of like crappy. And also this one gets like really stuck when I open it. You can also see on the detail of the hardware, it does say Dior right here, but it's barely engraved in and you can barely read it. It just looks like it was just kind of slapped right in. So that is my opinion on the guitar strap. Yeah, so there's that. Okay, now let's get to the good juicy stuff, okay? Here we have ourselves the Christian Dior saddle bag. Now I have a list here in front of me, and we're gonna go through and like self-authenticate this bag ourselves, right? So I've gone on multiple websites, and they all kind of have like the same concept of what you're supposed to be looking for. So let's see here, how to spot a fake Dior bag. The first thing that they say is the shape. So the shape of the bag looks like your standard saddlebag shape. The leather seems to be an okay quality. It's pretty good. It's very smooth. So I'll give it that. This fake bag actually feels like it's got good leather. It has to be one of the newer ones. It can't be set as a vintage bag because this strap right here has a magnet in it, and the old bags, like the vintage bags, did not have this metal strap right here. So one of the things that they tell you to look out for in a fake bag is right here is very thick, where it shouldn't be this thick for the flap. So that's a surefire tell right there. Surefire, what the hell am I saying? Okay, so one of the next things is the back. Now the back seems pretty okay. It's like pretty stretchy, but like not super stretchy. This is the inside right here. Doesn't seem like anything's wrong with that. Now onto the hardware. So the charms, that's where it really gives away as well. So the charms here, they say CD, and they look okay. They're kind of like that matte shiny, but at the same time, they're not the color that they should be. They're a little too faded and they're a little too yellowy, if you will. Yeah, so there's that. And then there's the D down here as well that hangs. And on the inside of these CDs, on the side, it should say Christian Dior on a little plate. Whereas in this bag, right here, we have 2 screws. See, right there, it should say Christian Dior right there, and it does not. So that's also a spot for a fake. Also, the charms just feel very, like, they just feel poorly made. Like, that's the thing. It's like they kind of feel heavy, but they kind of don't at the same time, and they don't flow very well, and I don't know.
Sure, a lot of Louis, they follow the same rule on all their bags. From the very top to the V, it's supposed to be only 8, 7, or 8 stitches. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Versus this fake bag, this side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But when you look at the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're not matching up. Also, the drawstring post needs to have this little dome shape, not too sharp, not too sphere or circle looking. Needs to be in a perfect short dome shape, and the hardware on it needs to have the embossed monogram, like engraved monogram. The gold, it's very gold. It's barely oxidized unless it's super duper vintage. And if you compare it with the fake bag, the fake post is very, very circle and sphere. And when you see it in person, you can see the parts of the leather, the thickness, it's not even comparable with the real bag. It's just super stiff and unreal looking. You guys, one last thing about this stitching, make sure to pay close attention to the color of the linen stitch. It's a very top quality linen, and usually the fake bags, the color is a bit off. It has like an orange red undertone versus the real Louis Vuitton actually is a very muted brown. So make sure of that. The next step for me usually is the heat stamp. The heat stamp on the bags are very, very important. Like, this is a real one, the real bag. So the heat stamp, it's this guy on the pocket. This is the heat stamp. It's actually embossed very deep. If you pay closer attention to the Louis Vuitton on the top, the L, the bottom of the L right over here, it's super short comparing to the regular L we write. And the O is oversized right next to the L, and it's very, very circly sphere O. And some of the replicas, the O, it's more of an oval shape. And I mean, the super vintage one, sometimes the O could be looking like an oval, but the more current ones, the O, it's super sphere and circle. The most important thing on the heat stamp is the R. The little R supposed to be right above, in between the V and the U in the circle, and the R, it's very, very clean. It's very tiny. There is nothing else said except either France, depending on the year of the bag, or made in France. Again, pay attention to the stitching here. As you can see, it's very, very neat, evenly spaced out. The stamp right here where the Louis Vuitton on the pocket is, it's a high quality stamp. It's not gonna fade away over time. And let's compare it with the fake bag. Take a look at the fake one. The fake's heat stamp has color. They did a pretty good job on the L and O, but the R is actually bigger and it's not very aligned above the V and U. The made in France, it's not very aligned. However, the stitching, it's not too bad. The hardware, it's not too bad, but the color of the pocket, it's way off.